follow Sports View London.
Straight talking.
Sitting here with John Fury. John, just had you basically told the press room your thoughts on it, the treatment of your son's Tyson.
Yeah.
Just for the record, I'm not. We've been a supporter of your son, and Peter on a personal level. So just wanted to get that out of the way before we proceed.
Okay.
What annoyed you so much today that you felt you had to give that reaction to the press?
To be honest with you, I think the press today. I've travelled 5 hours in a car, and the questions that were being put forward was diabolical. It was a lack of respect. It was being treated like school children. You know, and I thought, you know what? He's the heavyweight champion of the world, and just sat there and I just got despondent with it all. I thought, look here, we're facing all responsible people what's in an important job, the media, and they're just trying to ridicule us by talking absolute nonsense. And you know why? That's why they wasn't looking at opting to ask me any questions, because they know what I'm like. What I seen there today was an insult to me, to my son, to my brother, to Frank. And all we want is respect for what he's done. You don't have to like a traveller, you don't have to like the person, but if you're a lover of boxing, respect boxing, because Tyson is boxing, and he's giving real value for money, and he's doing it for his country, and he's got nothing for it. You know, he won the world title, he done the impossible, and swept under the carpet. You know what I'm saying? And yet, people like Anthony Joshua, he done very well. He's a lovely kid. I'm only talking on boxing terms only. You know, I've got nothing against Anthony Joshua. He's a lovely young man, nice personality. Eddie Hearn's done a fantastic job. The Hearns are business people. I've known them for a long time. Me and Barry go back 25 years. They're good businessmen, and it's about business. But I'm talking boxing, not business. You know, we're not in it for the money. Because if we was, we'd be in America. We're here, we're British, we're here to do our honours on our own soil and to make everybody in this country stand up and recognise there's good and bad in every walk of life. That's all I'm trying to do. And you know, if a dog comes in off the street and it's done a good deed, they'll respect a dog. So why not respect my son for doing the impossible? Respect his family for trying hard week in, week out. We're training camps, doing everything right. The worry, the pressure we're under, we don't get nothing for it. My son's not on any talk shows, he's not on any billboards, he's not nowhere. You know, and that's only because countries and the world is blind that travelling people are still hated in 2016. And let me tell you, yes, there's a lot of bad people in the travelling community, but there's a lot of bad people in every other community. Why tar us all with the same brush? You know, listen, I'm talking, I've been to jail, I've had a rough life, but it doesn't mean I'm a bad person. If you come to me with a problem, I'd try and help you to the best of my ability, and if I give you any advice, I would do. I was even advising prisoners in prison. You know, I'm not a bad person, it's just I'm a real person, and nobody likes real people. My son's a real person, and like today, they're toying with him, and he's toying with them, and it's giving me the headache. I'm thinking, come on. It's London. It's the biggest thing in the world, what's happening in Manchester. Let's have some proper questions, for God's sake. Let's have some respect. And I just don't feel we're showing it nowhere. You know what I'm saying?
This, on your way down, John, you noted that you've travelled in a car for 4 hours. Did the conversation come up that you think this is going to happen today? You're not being shown the level of respect that you should do. Had another heavyweight won the world title and defeated Vladimir the way Tyson did, you think that maybe the atmosphere in this room would have been a little different today?
If it had been another heavyweight what defeated Vladimir Klitschko, we wouldn't have been driving up in our own vehicle. We would have been chauffeured up in a Rolls Royce car. We're probably one of the Queen's drivers driving it. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel about it, and that's how it should be. We're not asking for respect of royalty. We're not expecting respect of the government. We're expecting respect of boxing people that love the sport of boxing. Where are you all? You know, sometimes tears roll down my eyes because I say to myself, you know, why have we wasted our time like this? And is it going to change? From what I've seen here today, it ain't changing. It ain't changing. They're waiting and slow time them hoping his downfall will happen somewhere along the way and get rid of the pikey bastard. That's how I feel we're being treated. But you know, you can't treat Asian people that way, you can't treat black people that way, you can't treat Chinese people that way. Why treat us that way? Why? Do you know in some places it says no dogs and no travellers on pubs? It's not allowed. That's in 2016. You know what I'm saying? I don't even mix anymore. I don't go out to pubs, I don't go out to clubs. You know why? Because I don't feel I fit in that community. I feel like chalk and cheese. When I walk in a public house, I feel I've upset everybody just being there, so I walk out. If I go for a drink of beer, I'll go by myself in an empty pub. When it gets full, I see them looking at me. Oh, I didn't know he was in here. Didn't know if I knew he was here, I wouldn't come here. So I leave. This is life-changing stuff. It's powerful stuff. And is it changing? No. And I'm hurt by it. My brother Peter's hurt by it. Tyson's hurt by it most of all, because it's a respect thing. And he's not got any. And why? He's a lovely kid. He's got no criminal record. He's got nothing. He's been done for a speeding fine in his life. Come on. You know. And he swears, he does things, he talks like this because he can't raise his game for this kind of cock and bull story. Do you understand where I'm coming from?
Regarding the fight with Vladimir, John, was the ball ever in the air for this fight to take place in Germany, or were you just flat no, it's got to be back in the UK too?
No, to be honest with you, obviously it's Frank Warren's job, my brother Peter, they're the men behind the scenes working entirely to do all this. But you know, I'm just happy for it to be in Britain. But the response the Britishers give us, it might as well have been in China for me. It might not have been out in Mongolia. They probably got the same respect there. You know, because Tyson in his hometown, he's only going to be turned to see him lose. That's in his hometown of Manchester. You know, I was jogging down the road the other day with my tracksuit on. You know, Team Fury. Get off the road, you fat, ugly, pikey bastard. You know, now I've never said that to people in my life. People I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just thinking, we're in 2016. You know, I hope God comes back and changes the world, but he's taking his time doing it. And I went back disgusted and I thought, you know what? It's an uphill battle, this. You know, because I'm trying to advertise my son, Tyson, Team Fury. Get off the road, you fat, pikey bastard. You know, I'm doing a bit of running down the road. Now, I see hundreds of joggers. You'd never think about saying anything like that to anybody. I've seen them all shapes and sizes. So why say it to me? Just because they know, probably, I'm the heavyweight champion of the world's father. It's got to stop this, because it's hurtful, it's disrespectful, and to be honest with you, it can ruin careers. There's many a time my son has talked about retiring. Only yesterday he was on about it. He said, you know what, Dad, we're not in it for the money. We've always done as we want to do. We've been our own person. I feel I'm flogging a dead horse. He was going to probably come in and announce his retirement, but I talked him out of it, tell you the truth. And that's why he's come with that kind of attitude. He's been pissed off for weeks with the game. Because why? If you kept doing something, not getting patted on the back, you know, if you had a dog and it kept doing good and you didn't pat it and give it a biscuit, it'd stop doing it, wouldn't it? And that's how we feel now. You know, we're only in it purely now to prove people wrong, to make the haters hate even more, because it gets bitter, it cuts deep. And where do we go with it at the end of it? It's a lost cause, isn't it? Because let's put it this way, without your nation behind you, your people behind you, you're nobody, no matter what you do, and you'll stay nobody. And that's the hurting part, when a kid dares give his life to boxing from 11 years old and never had a life, and he gets to 27 and he gets to the stage where he thinks he's wasted his time, even though he's the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. How would that make you feel as a father? And since then I haven't even been going round. This is the first time I've been out. I went to the boxing the other night. I don't watch it on TV, it's just put me off the job. And when you see people clambering around, circus acts, you know, and thinking, their heart telling them what the brain's thinking, you know, how do you live with that? You know, because they want Joshua to be the man so bad. It's like Nigel Benn. I was a big fan of Nigel, but he said a thing there, I thought, you know, that's disrespectful, when he said, oh, I'm black, aren't I? When he said, who do you think, Anthony Joshua or Tyson or Deontay, well, it's a black thing and I'm black, aren't I? That's disgusting to me. You know, why did he say that? And I was a big fan of him. Why? When a man's asked you a question, who do you think out of Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder? And people know that Deontay Wilder's had a load of easy fights, he's never been tested. Tyson has. And then he said, oh, Deontay Wilder. And he said, why is that? I'm black, aren't I? Again, hurt me feelings, and I was a big fan of it. And I keep hearing things, all these boxers from my era, what I admired, I'm just losing respect for. You know what I'm saying? The only man I think I've got any respect left in this job is that little fella here, Ricky Hatton. He's another one, he's like us. He's a lad from nowhere. He does as he wants, he's not bothered about the cost, he does as he wants to do. And you know what, look at him, a lovely kid, he's here, he's there, he's still respected. You know, he's done bad things like we all have, but listen, he's not hiding nothing, is he? You know, like the rest of them.
John Fury, listen, I appreciate your time and your honesty, sir, very much appreciated.
Follow Sportsview London.